Hello, everybody. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time, whichever. If you've been here before, you can see that there's a bit of a difference here. The yellow tank is finally clearing up. Tiny little water changes on this 40-gallon tank. I take about 2 gallons out a week, and the moss is finally starting to take over. It's where the green water is dying back. And as you can see, we've got teeny tiny babies all the way up to full adults everywhere now. Yellow colony is definitely a success. Except they are root eaters, just like the reds and the oranges. That's where the water lettuce is not doing so hot. But that's okay. On to the red tank, well, the red snails. You may or may not have noticed, but I took out, I'd probably say about 80 to 90% of the plant life that was in there. Plant life. I'm not sure if most of it was alive or not, but I'm pretty sure that giant ball was constantly decaying and causing the pH to drop in here, and the crushed coral on the bottom was trying to balance it out, but because I don't have any actual flow in here, it was kind of just fighting itself, creating, I don't know, a not very happy place. As you can see, the snails are still incredibly prosperous. I gave this tank about a 75% water change today. So hopefully they're happy now. The smell is completely gone, which is really nice for me. The emerald dwarves are doing fantastic. I didn't wipe glass off. I apologize. These ones don't completely run anymore. It's super cool. Finally get to show off their stripes and everything. They're not super stripy like the pictures you see online, but like most fish, the ones you see online, the pictures and the displays and all that, those are the rarities that are perfect. They just draw in and are used for marketing. That being said, this is their oldest babies that I have here, May 4th through May 7th. These are all the May 14th babies. There are dates missing because I was learning how to accomplish this, which this is just May 25th, and the more you look in here, the more fish there are. Once all of the May babies are full-sized, I'm going to have to probably do 100% water changes on that tank just to keep it clean. These ones are still doing really well. Both tanks produced eggs. I put shorts up to show how many I got from these guys and from the CPDs. This is still more May babies. They're just now leaving the glass, or the side walls, whatever you want to say. And they will be going in here. Right back into June. You see them all over the walls, tiny little slivers. And we got June 4th, all over the walls, tiny slivers. And June 8th, this is what I got today. And I'm almost positive I saw one already on the wall. But there were quite a bit of eggs. 20 long, still doing good. Same as before. Uh-oh. Maybe not. No, he's not gone yet, but he's close. I don't want to take him out and harass him on his last moments. Let him die in the leaves. If I find them, I'll take them out. If not, the shrimp will take care of them. You got these two over here screwing around. Ooh, not on camera. We weren't doing anything. Hey, the shark's peeking. Blues, still doing good, same as always. They took off in this tank perfectly. I think I showed you guys last time too. There's babies every tank of blues. Even down here. Ooh, we can see one from the top. That's kind of cool. Under the bridge. And this guy. And babies. I'm hoping they're going to beat the snails out for the food source. They're faster and they breed faster. So, fingers crossed. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. There's a lot of them. Well, 4. I guess that's a lot. Anywho, coal shrimp are pretty much all gone except for some of their babies that the green water's too thick. I can't see them all to catch them anyways. Oop, there's a whole full-size one. A whole-sized one. The oranges and the reds, same as always. The reds are doing actually better than always, I should say. We had another explosion of them. Both of these tanks got 25% water changes today. Again, I just took it out of the water column. I didn't vacuum anything. It seems to be helping them, I don't know, be happier, breed better. So, I mean, it's interesting to see the difference in the tanks, though, because these guys have I guess I should start off before. I put the same amount of water lettuce in both of these tanks. As you can see, the reds are still quite a bit, and the oranges are almost gone. But the oranges have very healthy looking Java moss in here. And the reds is all gone. I don't know if it's the different rocks that's making a difference, the different wood that's making a difference. I don't know. They get treated exactly the same way, but neat to see. The random babies up here, we're back up to 6 now, because when I take the eggs out of the emeralds and the celestial pearls, all the ones that are bad or going bad, I just put them in the snail tank so they can eat them. I don't know. I figured they would like them. Maybe that's what's screwing that tank up and I should stop. Either way, I do that. And I figured, if they hatch, they hatch. If they don't, they don't. Well, one of them ended up hatching, and I highly doubt I'm going to be able to find it, but I scooped it out of there today and put it in here. I believe it's this tiny guy way up here. So we're back up to 6 in here for whatever they are. We got eggs from everybody except for these guys. I feel like this is the month they're going to start giving us eggs, though. At least I hope so, because they eat a lot. This one and this one both had a little bit of fertilization problems, though. I don't know if maybe I need to give them more brine shrimp since they're bigger and older. We'll give it a shot and see what happens. But we had a lot of eggs, and even after separating the no good ones from the good ones, I still had a lot of eggs. The reds are taking off in this tank with the random babies in it. They look good too. That guy's really dark. He's almost like purple. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure how well this is going to go with keeping other fish in here, like with this tank. I'm not sure if these are all female shrimp or if they're just not breeding because of the fish. think that's a male right there on the swimming. But like these ones, she's buried back there. But I figure it's kind of like a double whammy for the tank. The shrimp get to maintain it and breed. And then even if the fish would like to still eat, there will be baby shrimp to eat. And then when they're sold out of that tank will blossom like the rest of them are. This one has, or at least had, one single fry in it, but it was a bit of a struggler. I can't see it on camera. I just left it in here because I didn't want to mix up the tank just to catch it. I'm not sure if it made it or not. But the shrimp are doing well in this one as well. Little guy way back there. Doing good, doing good. And we're back to having CPDs in every one of these tanks. This one is dated for today and Wednesday. I got a nice handful of eggs in here. Again, I don't know if I can get you to see them or not with this camera, but we'll see. Blow them around a little bit. Yeah, you can see a few of them. But I'm going to do a week at a time now instead of 2 weeks like I used to. And see if maybe that'll help. These ones are just starting to stick to the walls. Tiny little slivers there. See a couple of them in the center. There's no way it's going to focus on them. A few on the bottom, a few more down there. Everybody's doing really well. Breeder-wise, our lonely one is still up and kicking. You're not allowed to see it, apparently. It's way down there, but it's doing all right. And we have a bunch of swimmers in here now. So hopefully with the new way of putting the sponges in the back, I also give their eggs a methylene blue bath in a small cup before I put the eggs in there now. It's kind of neat because when I put them in there, I'll show you guys one of these days, but I'm sure there's a few other channels that have figured this out too. But when you put them in the methylene blue, the infertile eggs will actually start turning blue, and the fertile eggs will stay clearish, opaque, whitish looking. Mostly clear though. Majority of the time, the white ones don't hatch, but on occasion they do. So I don't want to have you throw away good eggs if you're trying to do this. But the blue ones definitely don't hatch, which is neat. And then I just siphon all the poo and everything else out until it's just the eggs in there. And by then the water's clear, so I just add them back to the tank. I guess I can bring you guys around if you want to see brine shrimp again. If not, I don't know, go find something else to watch. So let's take these up. We're going to feed the rice fish. And like magic, we're here. I just gave them a small water change as well. Just trying to fight the green water. And I scraped the algae off the rock. I'm not sure if I told you guys or not before in any of the videos, but every Sunday is my water change day. So I've made it so every Sunday I take the breeding mop and I swap it with one of the other ones down there. I'll watch these guys eat for a second. Maybe if I stop shaking the camera. Sorry, I was trying to put the pipette down somewhere where it wouldn't get brine shrimpy on the carpet. I really like these guys. I have them in my office, obviously. It's the office tank. But they've become so personable. They're almost just like guppies. when they like their behavior. The boys were so dark the other day. I couldn't even see them up against the back wall, the black background. They were sparring like crazy. That being said, I'll turn the light on here. This was the one from today. And there were a few eggs. Yep, right down there. Another one underneath. Some inside. So they're definitely breeding. Well, I mean, you can see that with, let me turn the light back off, how many eggs the females have almost every video now. It's neat how they carry them around too. But I haven't actually seen any fry yet, even from this one, the older one. I didn't see the eggs still either, unless I just missed them. Wait, there might be a couple of them right there. Yeah, there's still a couple there. I guess it takes them up to a month to hatch, so we'll give them time. That's why I made so many of these. Next Sunday, I'll swap that one out for that one, and on and on. By the time I get done with these two, I'm hoping these two have hatched already, so I can, at least this one, so I can swap it back out. But I have another light in one of my carts online. I haven't decided which one for sure I'm going to get yet, but I have a good idea. It's just going to have to wait. Bills first. All right. Reloading. You know, these guys are swimming. Let's get them just a drop. You guys can't see that. There we go, kind of. I don't think they're big enough yet, but they can learn. These guys are big enough, though. Let's see if we can get it flat up in the glass so I'm not all shaky. Already dropping it in without meaning to. Sorry, I don't know how loud that knocking's going to be. Not sure where to set it without focusing on just the shrimp. It's not as good of a view as I was hoping it would be. I apologize, as always. These guys. Doesn't look like there's a lot in here. They must be escaping again. Although I guess they're just on the ground. I don't see any escapees. I didn't see any when I was doing water changes either. Hopefully they're not dying for some reason. Again, sorry for the knocking. My phone's touching the glass. Trying to use all three of my hands here and it's not working out too well. And we'll give some to the horde in this tank, but I don't think we're going to be able to see if they eat. They are super small. They're trying. All right, and off to the side. This is going to be a stupid long video. Sorry, guys. No, I'm not. If you don't want to watch it all, you don't have to. These are the May 28th CPD babies. I think they're just getting to the size where they can start taking brine shrimp. The solo guy can. Just gets one drop. That's more than enough for that one. course, it's not going to be on camera. Whatever. These guys only get a tiny bit because they're going on a trip tomorrow. And the rest can go to these guys. Sounds like all the air is going to that other brine shrimp container. I guess those eggs will be hatched for sure. What if they'll come out and eat? Yeah, they are. Cool. There's no way these guys will. Oops, sorry. Finger was in the camera. Or in the view. Wait, I was wrong. These guys are going opposite of the CPDs. As the CPDs were getting older, before they were getting more afraid of me. Now that these guys are getting older, they're more trusting. It's just like their eggs. They seem to need to be in the methylene blue bath. It's where the CPDs don't. I don't know. Either way. Trying to keep this in focus is impossible. Reload. Last time. not as brave or ravenous as the other ones. These guys will be, though. I think they'll eat right from the pipette, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, pretty close. Maybe if I didn't already put it in there first. Okay. Half hour's long enough. Thanks for stopping by.